Hey guys, I love being in a place like this. Creekside, look at that beautiful creek behind me. I'm on the Blackwater Creek Trail and just loving. It's a beautiful fall day here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Thanks for walking with me today. So here I am walking down this gorgeous trail and walking along the creek. You see the creek right behind me there. I believe you can see that, right? So I just ran into a really sweet couple and their dog, and they saw the Medishare logo on my shirt, and they said, "Oh, we're members of Medishare." That was awesome. So thanks for joining me on my little walk through Blackwater Creek Trail. I'm sitting right here right now on a little stump next to a cute little bridge that straddles a creek. And I want to talk to you a little bit about aging and share with you a verse that was really challenging and motivating to me this week. So my wife and I, as we move into this new phase of life, retirement, and I'm still doing some work, as you know. Last week's video was from Nashville, Tennessee, where I had a wonderful privilege of representing Christian Care Ministry at the American Association of Christian Counselors World Conference. That was an amazing experience. But we try to take better care of ourselves through diet and exercise. My wife and I firmly believe that probably 80 to 90% of a lot of chronic illnesses that people are facing, they face because they don't eat right. And I have to raise my hand and say, I understand, because I was one of them. You know, it's so cheap to eat on the dollar menu, right? A double cheeseburger, fries, a Frosty at Wendy's or whatever like that. But we've learned how to adjust some things with our diet. So like today and every Saturday at 2 o'clock, we have a Chipotle's date. I go down to Chipotle's. She gets brown rice and double pinto beans, and I get white rice and black beans, and that's what we get. And you'd be amazed to know how inexpensive it is to just get beans and rice at Chipotle's rather than piling up all that sour cream and cheese and guac and chicken and all the rest of that stuff. So we try to watch our diet. Even traveling, my wife sent with me some oatmeal and some raisins and some walnuts that I could do right there in the motel room. So we try to watch our diet. We also try to get some exercise. And so we've got a nice little trail near the apartment complex where we live. It's called the Dreaming Creek Trail. And we walk that at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's a good 35-minute walk, and it's got a little bit of elevation to it. So it gives us some good exercise. And yesterday we saw a deer. The last time before that we saw a snake. And we see all kinds of creatures, and it's just a real blessing. And so on the weekend videos, what I do different, and in case you're watching Morning Manna content for the very first time, Morning Manna is a Monday through Friday audio podcast that I do. And if you want to find out more about that, you can go to morningmanna.com, and there you can listen to all of the audio editions. There are over 2,613 of them now. And you can also watch the video, the previous weekend video. So Monday through Friday is audio, and then on the weekend, I do a weekend video edition. And so what I try to do is it's basically kind of like the content of the audio, but it's done from beautiful places like where I'm at right now here at the Blackwater Creek Trail. So it's been a good trail, and I've been downhill to this point, so I've got to go uphill to get back, but it's great exercise. It's just a beautiful opportunity to get out in God's creation and see people like the big standard poodle that walked by a little while ago, or another dog that came by after that, and meeting people. It's just such a blessing. So aging, getting into retirement, you want to be very careful about what you eat, and you also want to be very careful about getting exercise. So I'm 67 years old. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm old, because I'm very young at heart, but I found this verse that I wanted to share with you. And again, Morning Manna Weekend Video Edition, I want to just share, they're not going to be lengthy. I want to share something with you to think about and to ponder. And I also want you to enjoy the beauty of where I'm at and challenge you to get outdoors and enjoy this beautiful creation that God has made for us. So here's the text for today. Psalm chapter 71 and verse 18. Listen to what it says. Even when I am old and gray, do not forsake me, O God, until I declare your strength to the next generation, your power to all who are to come. Let me read that again. Even when I am old and gray, do not forsake me, O God, until I declare your strength to the next generation, your power to all who are to come. So one of the benefits of aging is experience. You've learned a lot of things. I accepted Christ when I was 9 years old. I'm 67. You do the math. You can figure out how long I've been walking with Christ. And I haven't always done it perfectly. You know, there have been a lot of times where I've blown it. And it's just such an incredible thing to see over all of those years God's faithfulness to me. And the scripture talks about in 2 Corinthians that we comfort others with the same comfort wherewith we ourselves were comforted of God. So we look for opportunities to comfort others, to share our experience, our strength, and our hope. And so when I read this verse, it gives me a challenge. So think about this. Again, when you're aging and you're moving into retirement, you want to make sure you're eating right. You want to make sure you're getting good exercise. But you want to make sure, number 3, and most important of all, that you have a passion for helping other people. Listen again to what the verse says. Declare your strength to the next generation, your power to all who are to come. And so there are things that you and I can do today, things that we can say, deeds that we can do that can declare God's strength to the next generation. And I like this, and your power to all who are to come. So beyond the next generation, those who are to come, we can leave a legacy. We can make a difference. So if you're getting older like me, you want to make sure you eat right. You want to make sure that you get good exercise. But oh my soul, you want to make sure that you're engaged to show God's grace, to share your experience, strength, and hope with others. Till next week, this is Bruce reminding you to choose joy. Well, it's been a nice hike so far, but look what I've got facing me here. Yep, it's all uphill from here. Let me take you on the journey. I'll try not to huff and puff too much here. Here we go. Windy, so there might be a little wind noise since I'm not using my video mic knee in the muff. But doing okay. Life has a few uphill treks to it, right? Just a little bit. Oh, look. Just in time. A bench. Well,